5 kilometres left then for Marc Marquez as he starts the final lap of his home Grand Prix, over 5 seconds clear of Jorge Martin.
Jorge Martin is 10 seconds clear of Pedro Acosta. Barring a mistake on the final lap, Acosta is going to walk away from Aragon with a couple of podium finishes from his weekend. Brad Binder was a couple of tenths quicker last time around as he chases the first podium since the opening night of the season, the opening weekend in Qatar. That looks like a little bit too far of a bridge for him to climb now. Marc Marquez, though, with 5 seconds of advantage over Martin, can just enjoy this final lap.
After everything he's been through, all the dark, bleak moments, recovering from the career-threatening right humerus injury suffered in Jerez in 2020. And for the first time in nigh on 3 years, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix back in 2021. And Marc Marquez is about to return to the top step of the podium. His former crew chief, Santi Hernandez there, who was at his side for all of his previous 59 MotoGP victories. What was going through the mind of Santi? I'm sure he's going to be super happy for Marc Marquez, who is now coming into the final phase of this Aragon Grand Prix. He drops down in front of his delirious home crowd into turn 14. Through 15 he goes. 2 corners left to end 1,043 days of hurt. Nearly 3 years after his last Sunday victory, Marc Marquez is going to be a MotoGP race winner once again. He's been to the depths of despair, but through sheer will, through sheer skill, the 31-year-old has risen to the top of the podium once again. One of the greatest comebacks in Grand Prix history is complete here in Aragon. It's win number 86, and none will feel quite as good as this. All the blood, sweat and tears, all the surgeries, all the sacrifices have been worth it. The scars are still fresh, but the old magic is still there. What a moment for Marc Marquez. What a win for Marc Marquez. He's been pure magic in Motorland. He's been, well, he's taken the sprint Grand Prix victory, pole position. He joined Ducati to enjoy racing again. He joined Ducati to win again. He's done both here in Aragon. Another chapter written in his remarkable story as he wins for the first time since Emilia-Romagna in 2021. What a story.
There might even be a tear under the helmet of Marc Marquez. Remember the emotion at the Sachsenring in 2021 when he took his first win post-injury. That was only a 2-year wait from his last win. He's had to wait, as you can see there, at 1,043 days. But as you say, the old magic is certainly there for Marc Marquez. That victory was barely in any doubt from the first laps he did of this circuit on Friday morning.
What an unbelievable weekend for Marc Marquez. Tyre pressure infringement for Raul Fernandez, Jack Miller and Fabio Di Giannantonio under investigation.
Raul Fernandez is outside of the point, so don't worry about him. But Di Giannantonio finished in 7th, Jack Miller in 10th, so both could drop out of the top 10 with that.
Yeah, if they are found guilty of that offence, it's a 16-second penalty, isn't it? That will come their way over the full-distance Grand Prix. Marc Marquez, then, your glorious, dominant race winner here in Aragon. It is a magnificent 7th win in Motorland for the 8-times world champion. Jorge Martin takes second, yet another second place for Martin, but he now is in complete control of this year's MotoGP World Championship, and Pedro Acosta does finally break the Ducati domination of podiums. Marc is back, or was he ever really away? That right humerus fracture he suffered in Jerez in 2020, the quick return which turned into a bit of a disaster, a bit of a nightmare. He did return in 2021 and win a couple of Grand Prix, but then he decided to step away, didn't he, in 2022. Basically, he wasn't enjoying racing, he wasn't enjoying life. Stepped away for a career-saving 4th operation for a day, just like today. A day Marc Marquez won't forget, a day Gresini Racing certainly won't forget. Let's hear the thoughts from his crew chief, Frankie Carcetti.
Frankie, it's a pleasure to come see you for the first win together with Marc on GP Day. Tell us how you feel.
Yeah, he did everything right. We've had pace. We had pace at Red Bull Ring, and something happened, and you sort of, we knew we had the pace today, but you don't know what's going to happen. And in the end, it was, I mean, it was a masterclass. It was, yeah, I think every session he topped, apart from warm-up, but he was the first in the box, so.
Congratulations.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, huge congratulations to Frankie Carcetti. That is win number 60 in MotoGP. He moves on to 86 Grand Prix wins, and this is going to be some post-race celebration, some post-race party. A case of what might have been for the Marquez family, because it's right there at that very corner where Marquez has stopped on the cool-down lap, where his brother Alex Marquez got in that tangle, that controversial collision with Pecco Bagnaia. But Marc Marquez has worked so hard for this very special moment. Another second place. He won't care one jot, will he, now, and control the World Championship, Jorge Martin. Let's hear from his boss, Gino Borsoi.
Gino, on a weekend that was so difficult to manage, you know, grip and everything else, and with so much pressure on Jorge's shoulders, I think he did an amazing job.
I think we did an amazing job. All the group, we make a perfect scenario as possible, because we had a lot of problems, especially with the front tire. And yesterday we had a crash in qualifying, but we were able to make some changes, and the bike was quite better compared to the first day. So he was happy, and we made the best result possible. Marquez was incredible this weekend. So this is what we need when it's not possible to gain.
Big congratulations.
Yeah, and that's exactly right, Gino Borsoi. 5 successive podiums now for Jorge Martin on Sundays. He's not finished lower than second. Here comes the victory jig. Marc Marquez probably wishes there wasn't a Misano Grand Prix next weekend, because he'd be standing there for another week if he could do, and most Marquez fans certainly would do as well. Little wonder he is soaking up every single session of the celebrations, when you take into consideration everything that he has been through over the last, what, 4.5 years or so. The fans have stuck by him, and he is rewarding them with the perfect weekend here in Motorland.